2025 has been a stellar year for iron releases. However, it's also been one of the most expensive. If you want a set of brand new Titleist T100 irons, it's going to set you back £1,300 plus. That's a lot of money. So today we're going to test these Titleist T100 irons against a set that will set you £609, so less than half the price. And get this for a kicker, we've got the same components in there, we've got the same shafts, very similar grips, and these lofts are just 1 degree apart. We've got the 7 irons here, and of course the Titleist T100 and the Takomo 301CB. Now I'm a huge fan of both of these clubs, so I can't wait to see just how much difference there really is, because for that price, how much difference should you see? Do you want to see big difference in distance? Do you want to see better consistency, better dispersion? Get in the comments below and let me know what you'd anticipate to see with the price difference on these two clubs. I think it's fair to say they both look absolutely stunning, and both of these clubs you can get in kind of a split set with a CB and an MB and all that good stuff as well. So when I got fitted for the Titleist, the funny thing is I got fitted for the Titleist and these are the specs it came out at, and that's the exact specs you just go and get the Takomo online at. So could you save yourself some money? Potentially. Did I get lucky? Very. So when I got fitted, one of the big things that I found was the split set worked really well for me. So like the T150 was actually my iron of choice. These are just a little bit smaller. They look fantastic down the ball, but they are quite scary looking, to be honest. Then I went into the T200 for the long irons and stuff like that. So it was a really nice way to go about it. Right, 11th hole here at Lindrick. Let's play a couple of tee shots and see how good these can be. Straight away, that's a lovely launching club straight towards the flag on this par 3. That could be all over it, you know. How good was that, Bob? Turf interaction-wise, that was stunning. That felt absolutely fantastic, and you can see with this leading edge here, a little bit chamfered off, and this is what Titleist really do well. They make you feel like you're a bit of a player. Bruh. If we can go there, Bob. I don't mean in the aspect you're thinking of, Bob. I know you've zoomed there to make it look like I've said something funny, but when it comes to it, that was a nice shot. It was a little bit high. The spin was going to be pretty good. Can I flight this down now? Because anyone buying these clubs is going to want that air of versatility. So if I move this back in the stands, can I play that nice accurate shot while still flighting it down? It still launched pretty high. That the strike was fantastic yet again, and distance wise that's pretty good. That's one of the things I want to see if I'm spending this much money on a golf club. I want the difference, or the distance, I want the distance to be consistent. I want that front to back dispersion to be as tight as possible. Right, if we look down at these two, I've thrown that away and I shouldn't have done, because they do look quite similar. I think the 100 does look a little bit smaller, but certainly the Takomo is a good looking iron for what you're paying for, I think. Right. So same shaft, very, very similar. When it comes to tolerance of loft, I'm going to say they're the same, because you can get tolerances, and that's going to be within what we said. Let's go for a nice normal flighted Takomo. That is absolutely gorgeous. Again, you can see how nice and high that's flighted, and again that's going to be nice and close to that flag. A lot of this is going to come down to what golf ball do you use? Do you use an affordable golf ball like a Seed or a Vice? Do you use second-hand lake balls, or do you go and buy the Titleist Pro V1, the TaylorMade TP5? If you're buying the Titleist clubs, I'd go as far as saying you're buying the Titleist balls. Can we flight the Takomo down? That was absolutely gorgeous. That's exactly what I'm trying to do with that club. Let's get down there and let's see where they've finished, because so far, two very nice shots with each. Could you tell these are worlds apart when it comes to price? I'm not so sure. Right, so as you can see, 4 very good shots to open up this comparison. The 2 high shots that we hit have gone exactly the same, and we have some nice kind of lower shots that have gone a little bit further left because of, obviously, we've tweaked it down. We have Takomo there and Titleist there. No, we don't. We have Titleist there and Takomo there. The Takomo was flighted down that little bit lower, so it's kind of gone through the wind a little bit more. But I mean, if you want consistency, look at these two. Look at where they've pitched, Bob, here. See the two pitch marks there, bang next to each other? That is outrageous. And again, how good do the Takomos have to be for this price? Because that's the big kicker here. What's the difference? £700 difference. £720 difference. Think of the lessons, think of the green fees, think of the memberships, think of... You could feed Bobby for like an hour. So let's talk about the B word. Bag appeal. Oh. Because I think this is one of the big areas that people almost have a little bit of snobby around when you think about what golf clubs you want to buy. You'll see in my bag I've got lots of DT brands. We've got Lab, we've got Takomo, we've been testing Vice recently a lot, we've been doing lots of Kirkland stuff, McGregor stuff. And for me, I love finding these brands. I love digging them out and seeing just how much performance you can get and saving yourself the money. To be honest, I had to double take when I looked at how much these Titleist irons actually were, because don't get me wrong, they're a phenomenal iron. They look and feel fantastic. The fitting we had down at Woburn was second to none. It was really, really good. But that price for a set of basically forged cavity backs, yes, there's a little bit of tech in there, but come on, it's such a lot of money. Whereas obviously with any of these other brands, you can really start to get yourself some deals. You can really start to get yourself better value, I think I'd say, in the long term. Right. Interestingly, how much do you think a set of these would be once you were done with them and traded them in? Do you think you're getting anything like that? You're getting £1,000 back? Maybe not. Probably not. If you buy a set of Takomos at 600 quid, do you reckon you get 400 quid for them back? And like, if you think about it in that sense, it is a really interesting one, right? We've only got like 155 here downhill, so I'm going to try and just flight 2 shots in here and see just what the workability is like. If we can get ourselves just a nice little lie here, we'll go Titleist first. Fight it down a bit. That was lovely. That's exactly what I'm trying to do there. Just keep it under the tree line a little bit. You can see it fading off. It took a bad kick, but that's going to be just on the right-hand side of the green. So nice turf interaction. Felt fantastic. Looks good. I think I'd struggle with that blade head. I think the 150 for me, I would be okay with. The 100 is just that little bit too small, but that's why Titleist have all those different offerings. Of course, Takomo have different offerings as well. They have the 100, they have the 101, sorry, not the 100. They have the 101, they have the 101T, they have the 301 CB and MB combination. So lots and lots of different shots to go at now. Try and play a similar shot. Funny, because the 301's a good looking iron, but it almost looks a little bit oversized compared to the T100. Can we play that same shot? It's a better flight. I've pulled it a little bit. It'd be interesting to see if it just takes that kick in for us. Maybe a little bit more offset in this comparison has caused that to start a little bit left, and maybe, of course, it's my swing dynamics. Let's get down there and see just where those shots have finished. And again, guys, for £609 comparable to £1,329, what are your thoughts? Let us know in the comments. So guys, you can see there 2 pretty good shots. Takomo's clung onto the left-hand side there. I'll be honest, that must have taken a bit of a lucky bounce, but we do have the Titleist down the right-hand side. So again, we've got pretty good distance control, which is what I want from any kind of iron. Guys, get in the comments below, which iron would you be purchasing in 2026 moving forwards? Would you be spending big money, or would you be going D2C to try and save yourself some pennies? Guys, if you've enjoyed that, please do smash the subscribe button below. Thank you so much again for your time, and we'll see you all at the same time tomorrow. Goodbye. Okay, so testing both these clubs for numbers, the T100 against the 301. The first thing that I really thought about here was just how much I prefer that Titleist T150 head. It's a tiny bit bigger, it's a little bit kind of friendlier, and for me it just looks like I can actually hit it down at the ball rather than, to be honest, I was just scared of some of the mishits I might get with that T100 head. Looking at the numbers for the 7 irons we got, they were fairly consistent and they were very, very close together, to be brutally honest. So you can see ball speeds very similar at 117 as opposed to 116, both spinning around that 6,500 to 7,000 mark and both carrying just over 160 yards. So for me, 2 fantastic options here, and I think the shaft plays a huge role. That KBS shaft is a fantastic shaft. I think it goes really well for me in these 2 forged heads. It's a big price difference. Make of that what you will.